Tabs Hope Hub channel. Kuga na jina ngumu guy. Hmm?
It's not tutazoea tu.
Tabs
Eh,
Hope Hub channel. Si change ikuwe just one name.
na sitaki kuiweka ikuwe tu Hope cause
Mm.
nimesa realize kuna Hope wengine huku US. We have another lady with a Hope
Oh,
um, channel, so I have
oh.
to add something to create a different or to make a difference.
Yes, yes. So on this topic today, our Toto, tueleze your background, how you came about kuongea about this thing, the importance ya fathers kusaidia watoto and what have you.
Uh, Hello guys, again it's Tabs and Tabs ametoka Tabs Hop Up channel. But basically I'm from Kenya, born and raised in Nakuru County, but currently I'm based in the USA, and I am so passionate about talking about kids simply because I have seen kids suffering. I have seen kids being rejected by their dads. I have seen kids going through a lot. And, after I did my own research, I came to realize in Africa, the rate of poverty is so high, different from other country, or different from other developed country like US, Canada, Germany, and all that. And reason being, the reason is like a country like US, where I am, and I will simply give example with the country that I am in. The country I'm familiar with is the USA. They believe each and every child has a dad or has a father, unless the mother chooses not to indicate on the birth certificate the father's name. Other than that, as long as the dad's name is on birth certificate, then American government know this kid has a dad, and no matter what, this kid has a right to be raised or to be supported by the father. And with that being said, then basically you will find each and every kid in the USA, they get the basic from their father, or they get the support, they get the insurance and those kind of stuff. Unlike back home, where these things are not happening, and if they are happening, it's very rarely. I will say so because we have friends who are basically not raised by their father, and they complain. They know who their dad are. They will tell you, oh, my dad worked for Ministry of Affairs, my dad worked for this and this and this, but they do not get, or they don't get a chance to be raised by their dad, or the father is not present. Again, I have come to realize, I have seen women really struggling, like, and especially right now, we are encouraging you guys to fill out for green card. But unfortunately, we have come to realize women are winning these green cards, but they cannot come to the USA simply because their baby daddy has refused to give them consent to bring the kids to the USA. One thing I know, once you win a green card and you have kids, unless the baby daddy is not on those birth certificate, otherwise you have to prove to the embassy that you have the consent from the father to bring these kids with you to the USA. But we have come to realize a lot of women are suffering after they get this green card. They're going through hell, like trying to convince the baby daddy, like, hey, I have won a green card. I am going for a green card. It's not even necessarily a green card. Like, we have women who work for this big corporate, and they're being, given transfer to go to work in other country. But as long as they have kids involved, these opportunities, are going down the drain simply because the dads or the baby daddy do not want to sign consent, or they don't want to let a woman leave the country with the kids. It is so sad. I will say so. It is simply very sad. And especially if you are the baby daddy who is not in the picture of this kid. You separated with your baby mama, and for some reason you decided you do not want to support your kids. Today I am talking to you. And guys, please allow me to talk about men today, and then hopefully Mr. Motambe will give me another chance to come and talk about women, because we know we also have women who are stubborn. They will not let baby daddy see and support the kids no matter what, which is not fair. In case a woman and a husband, for that matter, like you are not in good term and you decide to separate, you decide kila mtu aende kivyake. I so believe if there were kids involved in the relationship, whatever it was, please allow the babies to see their father or to see their mother. You do not want to bring your dirty linen or get your kids involved. Your kids are innocent. They do not even know what is going on between the two of you. And these kids, they have a right to grow up like any other kid. They have a right to access basic. They have the right to access anything that they need. And especially if you can afford, why not? So basically today I am talking because I have seen women, opportunities going down the drain simply because the baby daddy do not want to consent. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. If you are a baby daddy, and I know I have talked to a few men who are back home. We have parents, we have people in this country who for one reason or the other, they do not want to live in America, but they have chosen to stay here so their kid can get the best education. We all know, like with American certificate, there is nowhere in this world you will go and be told no certificate, American certificate are not recognized. That is, it's a no. And if you are a parent out there, if you have ever sent your kid to this country, to America, for further study and whatever case, and then they came back home with those certificates, you will find like they are given job as long as they hear, oh, I went to college in America, I went to a university in America. They get jobs so fast because they know what they attain here, they know what they get in America. So we have find or I have met parents who want to live in this country simply because they want their kids to get the best. And when I say the best, I mean they want their kid to get the best education, whereby even if they decide to come back to Kenya, they will definitely get a job. Even if they don't want to come back to Kenya, whichever country they will decide to go and settle, they will definitely get a job simply because they have American papers. Now, if you are a man back home, a baby daddy, you have kids, you're a woman or you're the baby mama, have won the green card, and you do not want to consent these kids to come to America unless you have taken your kid to those international school, akina Turi, akina Brookside and whatever. That is fine. Unless you are a present dad, you support this kid, they get everything they want, you are excused. But I want to talk to those men. You don't support your kid. You don't even see them. You don't even know which grade they are in. But as long as their mom have won a green card or any kind of a job outside Kenya, you do not want to consent them. And you do not support them. You do not this kid. Like I want answers. And I hope you guys will come to the comment section and talk to me. Let's engage on this. Why and what would be the reason for you to deny your kids to go outside the country? And especially if the mom found some greener pasture. And what I know or what I believed in, I have never seen any biological mom mistreating their kids. We have them, very few, but I would say 98% of the moms that I know, they support their kid fully. It is so hard to see a woman going for manicure, pedicure when their kids don't have food. It is very rare to see a woman going to get her hair done when their kids don't have shoes to go to school. It is very rare. Very, very rare. Women I have seen, and we always say, oh, after she gave birth, she don't take care of herself anymore because now all the love they had for themselves, it falls on the kid. That's why sometimes women, they lose it. They lose it for their kids. We have seen women dying. We have seen women doing crazy things simply because they want to support their kid. So if you are a man out there and you do not want to support your kid, simply because sometimes you're thinking, oh, if I send this money, the baby mama is the one who's gonna spend on it. I am telling you, if you send that 10,000 to that baby mama, she may only maybe use 50 bob to buy airtime, but the rest of the money, trust you me, it will go on your kids, either school fees or rent. And rent I don't know why sometimes men feel like, oh, I'm gonna pay rent for her. How about your kids? You not to assume you're not paying rent for her, you're paying rent for your own kids. Because whether you pay rent or not, your kids need a shelter, number one. So you should not feel like, oh, I am supporting this baby mama. Take it in your heart, or take it in your hand that I am doing this for my kids. And we have so many way out in Kenya nowadays. If it is that school fees, just go to the school, walk into the school, pay school fees, and keep that receipt. By the way, you don't have to give it to the baby mama, just in case in future there are gonna be cases in court. You will have a proof. Hey, guys, I raised my kids, here the school fees. You can only take a picture and send it, or make a copy and send it to the baby mama, but you have keep records. Take care of your kids. Mm? Imagine how many kids are out there who are street kids, but their dad are doing so well out there. You neglected your kids, or maybe you got a child out of wedlock, but now you got married to someone else, and you do not want to disclose to this wife of yours that, oh, I have a kid, or before we met I had a kid out there. It is always good to keep things straight. Let, in case you had a wife, or if in case you had a girlfriend, and then you guys got a baby, you never got married, or maybe you stayed together and then you're like, oh, it's not working, you parted ways, but there is your blood and fresh somewhere. It is very, very important to let the next person, the next girlfriend, the next wife, whoever will come into your life, it is very, very important to let them know, hey, now because we want to date or because I want you, it is good for you to note I have a baby. You know why I'm saying how important it is? What if the mom of this baby die? You can always get an opportunity to go and bring this baby, and stay with the baby and support them. But majority or most of the time, our men, we don't say the truth. We don't tell our girlfriends, we don't tell our wives that, hey, before we met, I had a baby somewhere. And so then, says like Imeumana, you have you don't know what to say. Or even the wife will be like, you never told me before, I don't want to hear about that child. Men, please, I want us to support our kids. It is very, very painful. And if you are out there, you are a man, you have kids out there that you do not support, and you were raised by your dad and your mom. I want you to tell me, would you want the same that is going on with your son or your daughter to happen to you? If you are raised, if you are raised by a dad and you have neglected a child out there, I want you to tell me how you would feel if your dad neglected you. If you were raised by a single mom, I want you to tell me how you feel or how you felt when you grew up knowing so well your dad is not in the picture. And right now you want to neglect a child and make them feel the same way you felt. Who want to feel that way? Nobody. Obviously, nobody want to feel that way. If you know so well your baby mama has won a green card, your baby mama has gotten an opportunity to leave the country, please do not deny your kids an opportunity for a greener pasture. It's gonna haunt you in future. It will haunt you. And you know what? They will never forget what you did to them. Just consent them, bless them, and let them fly. Let them spread their wings. Let them spread their wings. Let them go. Because one day, one time, they will come back looking for you. Or one day, you may look for them. I know we don't raise our kids so they can support them, but who knows? Sometimes our future are unpredictable. Sometimes, things changes and you end up looking, looking for your kids so they can support you. Someone is asking, under threat from who? I think it is good to elaborate. I don't know who is threatening you, but for your kids, I believe you can do whatever it takes to get that right to access or to have access to your kids' welfare. So I was talking about those men who do not want to let their kids leave the country. And guys, let me tell you something. If you do not know, if you want, or if your baby mama has won a green card and they want to come to America, this is what I would tell you. You can always sit down with a lawyer and write a MOU that I'm letting my kids go to a USA under one conditions. Each and every holiday, I will be able to be with my kids. I believe your kids will be coming to you. And in America, kids goes for school holiday, I think for 3 months, June, July, and August. The whole 3 months, these kids are always home. So you can have your kids, stay with them. Stay with them, support them, and then send them back to America. This kid, they will know like we have a dad. And also, they have that or what do we call it, a father figure in their life. Do not let watoto wako walelewe na mwanaume mwingine ukiwa uhai. It is not fair. It is not even nice. You don't even know whether this guy treat them nicely or not. And some kids are very lucky. They get very good stepdads who raise them, who support them in it and everything. And then when it comes to the graduation, the deadbeat, you want to be present. My friend, you will be so embarrassed because this kid will say, you know what? I do not know you. I know the stepdad who has been there for me, who has raised me, who has supported me, who has been present in it and everything, has been my father figure. Do you want that to happen to you? And stop these traits like, oh, mtoto upewa baraka na baba, oh, if you do not recognize me, you're not getting any blessings. Hiyo kitu imepitwa na wakati. If you are not there, you are not there. And I am talking to men who have deliberately refused to support their kids because we have a lot of them. Like, you feel like sending money to your kid is supporting your baby mama. My friend, your baby mama, imagine you met your baby mama when she was over 18 years old. So she was already a grown, she was already a grown woman who can go and work, who can go and hustle. So do not look after your kids. Look after your kids. Kenya imedevelop kiasi saa hizi. If it is school fees, pay them directly. Or go to school. I would encourage you, even if you pay you make a payment through the bank, go to school, get to know how is your kid doing. I mean, mingle with teachers. Because sometimes one day they may support you. You never know. Also being present, at least the kids knowing my dad's come to school, he take on me, he supports me. I mean, we all want that. We don't want kids like to suffer psychologically simply because they keep thinking everybody in our school has a dad except me. Everybody is getting toys from their dad except me. Everybody is being taken for a Sunday or weekend out except me. My dad is not present. Angel Angel, oh, huku Kenya wanaume walifanya tufunge kuzaa haki. I get it. Angel, I get it. I know. And I mean, who want to give birth and raise kids by themselves? Uchumi ni mbaya. And it's not even uchumi. I mean, I honestly don't get it. I honestly don't understand why a man, and especially I'm talking to you Kenyan men, because I have seen Kenyan men in this country, in America. You give birth, and when you separate with your wife, here you have to pay your child support whether you like it or not. I have seen men resigning jobs from their good jobs simply because they don't want to give child support. My friend, this money is not going to help your baby mama in any way. This money is going to raise your child. And if you can resign from your job simply because you don't want to give child support to your child or to your kids, how selfish can you be? So you would rather be poor, but not support your kid. Can't you be be that man who can say, yes, I have to do 2 jobs for my kids to get what they need? But I have seen our Kenyan men resigning. They are resigning from their good job simply because America haiguzi pesa yangu. And this money is going to your kids' welfare. Your kids need rent. Your kids need food. Your kid needs school fees. I mean, not school fees. American school fees is free. They need basics. And American government, they look, what do you earn? and how much does your kids need. But I have seen men deciding, you know what, I would rather go back home. Yes, you would rather abandon anything in this country, uende utesekee Kenya, simply because you don't want to raise your kids. To me, that is a selfishness of the highest order. Nobody will ever explain to me this nielewe. How would you design your job because you don't want to support your kids? Like, really? And this kid, you're not gonna support them forever. Once they hit 18, that is where child support stop, and that's it. Then from there, you move on. You have your own money, and again, they're not taking everything from you. And you can work even harder and make more money, but you don't have to quit a job simply because you don't want to support your kids. You don't want like, afadhali ukulange pesa za unemployment lakini usisupport watoto wako. Man, support your kids. When you know, I said I grew up in the village. I grew up in Nakuru County, and back then I would see men akizaa mtoto na huyu, then another one, then another one, then another one. So in the same village, basically, you have like 3 kids from different girls, and these kids, you're not even supporting them because ilikuwa ni ile ya kurukana, like dem akipata ball, like I do not know you, I don't know you. So from there and there, because Kenya natunanga ile story ya kukimbisa mtu sana, unlike here I said, and especially if you are in the village, you don't have money to take someone kwa Fida ama Kotini or whatever, you just let it slide. But now these men, because I know a few of them, right now they're doing so well. But you see the same, the same kids that they sired out of wedlock, they still, struggling. I'm like really? It is fine. You moved on, you got married, you have other kids, but how about these kids? How about these kids that you sired, before wedlock? It's not fair. I mean, take care of them. How are you able to support some of your kids and not the others? It is fine, you never got married to that woman, but there is something that attached you and this woman, and that is your son or that your daughter. Okay, whatever you say in Karanja, if I were you, I would go for a DNA. If the baby is not mine, fine. I am categorically talking about biological kids. If the child is yours, and also I cannot blame you. And that's why I say today we're talking about men, and next time we're going to talk about these women who blocked men from supporting their babies. It is not fair. And it is not fair, whichever way, whether you have a kid with a baby mama that you do not support. I'm talking to you and I'm asking you to go support these kids. If you are a baby mama and you know so well you are stopping, is if especially your partner or the baby daddy, baby mama is not physical, they're not violent, like they cannot they cannot harm this kid, then you should let them come see their babies. They don't need to come to your house. I know some people are malicious. You can let them meet somewhere, meet at the mall, meet at the Uhuru Park or whatever. Let them meet, let them have lunch, let them talk. Sawa, but I do not see any need why a man or a woman should stop the other partner from accessing or seeing their kids, unless there is any kind of harm or history of abuse. Other than that, each and every person has a right to see their biological kid, even by law. Even by law. So wanaume tafadhali, let's raise our kids. If you know you have your blood and flesh out there, please start looking for these kids. You may not need them today, but you will look for them in future. They will come looking for you, and you will be so embarrassed. Imagine them coming when you are 70 years old, and your son or your daughter is 40 years old, and they are asking you questions that you cannot even answer. They are asking you like, where were you, dad? Sometimes they may not even come looking for you, but you may end up starting, the guilt conscience, I said, it will come back, it will haunt you, and you will start looking for them, and they're gonna be like, where are you? I don't know you. I was raised by my mom single-handedly. Where were you? Some will say, I was raised by my stepdad. That is the dad I know. I do not know you. Do you really want this to happen to you? Be present. If you make, less money or little, that little still count. If you don't have to send baby mama that 5,000, 2,000, nunua vitabu upeleke. Buy those books. Take them to the school. You do not even have to engage with the baby mama, not at all. Not in this era whereby we have the technology is there. Pay school fees via M-Pesa. Pay school fees via the bank. Take yourself to school. Go for shopping, buy shoes, buy clothes, bring them, patia mtoto. In fact, the good thing, if you don't want to see baby mama, buy the shoes, buy the school uniform, pelekea mtoto shule. He or she will take them home. If you have a deadbeat daddy, you have struggled alone with kids, then when they get successful, anajitokeza, huyo unaweza mfanyaje? That is why I am talking right now. I am telling these men, do not let it get there. Do not wait until your kid is successful, and that's when you come in to look for them. My friend, it's gonna be tough on you. They will ask you questions that will not be able to answer. You will not be able to answer the question this kid will be asking you. So look for your kids right now. Support your kid. I don't see any reason why a man should not support their kid. Even if unaenda mjei, please, just try a weekend, or even any day. Take that 500 bob to school. You are a present dad. Even if the baby mama will not appreciate the little you are giving, at least deep inside you, you will know you're doing something. And again, I will always say this. You cannot wrestle with a pig. If, let's say, you are married to someone who was dramatic, or she's still dramatic, she don't understand you, the ritual you do is still, cause mayhem, I will tell you, you cannot be a pig as well. If whoever you are arguing, or whoever is, don't be dramatic simply because your baby mama is dramatic. Don't be dramatic because simply because your baby dad is dramatic. Lays above. Be that a bigger person. If you are a dad and your baby mama is dramatic, be the bigger person. Do the right thing. I am telling you, even when you will decide to go look for those kids, you will have something to show. I have been paying for school fees for these kids. And they also know you because you go to school. You go to school and get to see your kids. And I will say this, there is so many ways of killing a lot. If like you have decided you cannot stay together, but all you want is to raise your kid, you don't even have to go to court. Get wazee fulani, get your brother, get wazee fulani, mkae chini mseme, you know what, we're not gonna continue living together, we're not gonna continue being a husband and wife, but I want to be present in my kids' life. Write whatever you are writing, andikianeni na useme, I will pay school fees, I will buy my kids health insurance, and I want to be seeing my kid once a month. As long as there is witness and you have agreed, my friend, I have no problem with you at all, at all, at all. Support your kid. That's all I am saying today. We have seen women going to Saudi Arabia. We have seen women going to Jordan, Qatar, those crazy Arab countries. And I'm sorry if you're here and you are in those countries, we appreciate you women, but we have also seen women going through a lot in this country, and they left their kids with either neighbors, with their relatives, and some with even strangers. Like, hey, I want to pay rent. Are you gonna take care of my kids? These mothers, why are they doing this? They're doing this because they want the best for their kid, and that is this is one reason I'm saying, men, do not feel bad when you're sending that money for your kids. No sane woman will go get her manicure done when the kids have nothing to eat. If these women are leaving the country, go to Saudi Arabia so they can support their kid, what else do you think they can do to support this kid? Imagine mtoto wako anaachiwa watu wenye hawajui, and you are in Kenya, you are alive. You simply don't want to cooperate with this baby mama. You separated, you don't support her, and the only thing she can do is to go to Saudi Arabia to look for a job so she can raise her kids and give them the best. And you are out there eating nyamachoma from Friday to Monday. You are out there, people calling you kiongozi. My friend, kiongozi sangapi if you're not raising, if you're not supporting your kid? Your baby mama is going through hell in those Arab countries, trying to make the end meet. They're going through a lot. They're going through physical abuse in Saudi Arabia so that they can support their kids. You are very well alive, very healthy. Hii weekend uko Naivasha, the other one uko Mombasa, the other one uko we don't know where. And you have kids who are being raised by neighbors. The mom went to look for a greener pasture. You are in Kenya, but you're not supporting these kids. Manze, Kenyan men, you are my brothers. I have brothers. I have uncles, I have cousins, I have Kenyan friends, a lot of them. But I want us to do one thing. Let's raise our kids. Let's support our kids. And do not support them in the hope of like, oh, atanisaidia baadaye. They will help you if they want to. But just know that as long as you bring a child in this world, it is your responsibility to take care of them. It is your responsibility. Whether you are in good terms with the baby mama or not, you as a father, be a father. And it is funny, our Kenyan men, let's talk today. Wacheni tu tuongee leo. You leave your baby mama with 2 kids, you go marry a woman with 5 kids. You won't support your kid, but you will support your stepkids. How is that? I am not telling you not to support these stepkids, because once you meet someone with kids, you have to love them all together. But why are you not adding your kids in the same bucket list? That as I take care of you, I still have my 2 other kids to raise out there. Why is it so? Why do we find it so comfortable to raise other people's kids, but not your own kids? I have seen women crying on social media. Like I have tried to beg my baby daddy to send me only 500 bob. I am in a dispensary. My kid is running high fever. I need what do you call it? Ile dawa ya kutuliza, fever. Amekata. And when you're talking to that man, you can hear very well he's in a crab. You won't send 500 bob for your kid who is running high fever in a local dispensary for them to be seen by a doctor, but everybody in the club or in the neighborhood pub is calling you kiongozi simply because unawachafua na nyama choma na pombe all the time. How would a baby mama or your wife call you and say, hey, we are in the hospital, can you please send us 1,000, and say you don't have and you are enjoying your cold beer, Tusker somewhere? How is that? How would your baby mama sleep the whole night crying because they do not have school fees? The kids have been home for a whole month. They do not have school fees, and you are able. Go to school, pay that school fees. Ask the school to call baby mama and tell them to drop that kid to school. You don't have to meet baby mama. You do not have to. Go to the school, pay school fees, and then make that phone call. Hey, mtoto arudishwe shule nisalipe school fees. How do you feel? How do you feel hanging out there with more than 5 men? They are bragging how they have taken their kids to good school. They are bragging how they took their kids out on a weekend, and your kids are going to sleep in an empty stomach. They are going to sleep hungry because baby mama tried to beg you to send them 200. 200 bob, and you cannot send it. You would rather drink or have a bill worth 2000 bob. Umekula nyama choma, umekunywa bia zako kadhaa, and your kids, wherever they are, they have no food. They will drink strungi and go sleep, or even sleep hungry. We have seen them. They are there. Men, please, tukue na utu jamani. Tukue na utu. If you were raised by a single mom and you saw the struggles he had to go through for you to go to school, for you to get everything you wanted, do not let another single mom go through it. And especially in the name of raising your blood and flesh. It is not fair. Guys, remember one thing. What goes around comes around. You will deny your kids today, but remember this, one day they will deny you. Yeah. Very early in the morning, they will say they do not know you. Support your kids, guys. Sign those consent. If your baby mama has gotten a job in Canada, please let her go with the kids. No mom will harm her kids. And if you have to write that consent, you can put conditions on it, on one condition or on two conditions, that when you go there, I will be communicating with my kids anytime I want to. And if you go there, I also have a right to see my kids. You can send a kid every time they close school or every time they are on school holidays, send them to Kenya. As long as you are a responsible dad or you are a good dad, I do not see any mother who will say no to that. Unless those stubborn ones that we said we will talk about them. But today, let's talk about men. If you have a kid out there, you haven't seen that baby, think about it tonight and look for them tomorrow. Look for them on the weekend. Also, we have, and this is another type of men. In Kenya too, if we part ways, you go and get married. We don't see women really trying to fight you. But the moment your baby mama decides to move on, it becomes a problem for you. And you say, oh, I cannot send money to be eaten by another man. Hello? Now, you want to tell us your kid has stopped being yours simply because your baby mama has moved on? Your babies will remain to be your babies. If your wife or your baby mama decide to move on and get married to somebody else, your kid do not stop being your kids. They are still your kids. And this is why I'm saying have a dialogue. You say, okay, you have moved on, yes. You have another husband, yes. Do not forget, I am the father to my kids, and I want to be part of their upbringing. Support them, support your kid, pay the school fees. And you now, I will call them the stepdad. If you marry someone who had the kids or who has kids, and the father of these kids was involved in their life, please do not mess with it. Stick to your lane. You have married the wife? Yes. Are the kids yours? No. Do not tell the wife or if the baby daddy is present, I don't want this. I'm like, you will have your own kid with this baby mama, right? So let the other father be involved. It is simple. And I mean, it's only in Africa whereby we see it as a big deal. It is happening in America. So easy. I know my husband. I personally have a stepson. I don't have a problem with my husband supporting his son. His baby mama moved on, she got married, and actually even my husband and the baby mama's husband, they talk. When we meet, we meet like a good example. We lost our mother-in-law, my mother-in-law. So obviously my stepson had to be there. This is his Grammy, right? And his mom had to be there to bring his son, to console and comfort his son. And the stepdad came. So initially, I and my husband, I met my husband ex, and my husband met his ex husband, and we talked, we hugged, and we comforted each other. I mean, it should, I don't even see any big deal. I'm from Africa. These people are white. They do things differently. And now their kids are doing well, they're excelling. Hakuna cha, sitaki kusikia huyo baba, sitaki kusikia huyo baby daddy. Ama utaki baby daddy aone watoto wake. Hello, sir. These kids belong to baby daddy. And I would say this, you have the right to protect this kid as your own, but you have no right to stop the other. And he don't need to come to your house, obviously. Who does that? But if you feel like you want to meet his kids in the mall, you can also take your wife, go drop off the kids, and then shughuli zenyu. After 2-3 hours, come pick up the kid and go come back home. Because in case something happened and you separate with this wife, would you want the same to happen to you? In case you have kids, we have always refused to put ourselves in the same shoes. We have always refused to imagine this same thing or this same situation can happen to me. And that is where the failure is coming in. You have to think this way. Oh, I may separate with this woman when she has my own kids. Will I want to see my kids? Obviously, yes. Would I want any other man to stop me from seeing my kids? Absolutely no. So let it be easy. Raise the kids. And actually, it's going to be even easy for you. Because I don't know why we African people, we always try to imagine like, oh, if let's say, it's an example, if I am talking to my baby daddy over issues pertaining or concerning his kids, that my husband will think, oh, now you guys are getting together. Why are we so evil? I mean, my husband have had issues with his son, that my stepson, he had conversation with the baby mama, and I don't feel anything. Like they have a baby together. Am I supposed to come in between this child? Absolutely no. And if they have a problem, they have to solve it. This is their baby. And that is the same case. I would like, if I put myself in the same shoes, would I want any other baby mama to stop my husband from taking care of our kids? Absolutely no. Make it easy, guys. Sit down. Have a dialogue. Say, this is what I want. This is what I want. Then you can meet in the middle and raise your kids. All I am talking about today is begging you men, please support your kid. Stop denying your kid greener pasture. They have wings. Let them spread their wings and fly. If they want to leave the country, guys, bless them. The best you can do for them is to bless them. Bless them, keep in touch, see them when you can. If you have a baby that you haven't seen for years, please, I will beg you, start looking for them. If you need a dialogue with the baby mama, I am here. I can step in just to see that baby being supported. If you are a man, you have a child, your baby mama does not want to, has refused you completely, unless there is cases of abuse and all that, then hapo nitainua mikono. But hizi vitu zingine za pride na ego, I am ready to talk to that baby mama of yours so they can let you see the kids. They need to know the importances of having father figure, of having, the dad in the present. And I cannot forget, like, we have very good few men who are taking care of their kids. I know a couple. And nimewavulia kofia manze. Si rahisi. You see a baby daddy anakuja anachukua mtoto anaenda shopping ya school fees, analipa school fees, ananunua vitu za shule, ana make sure mtoto ako shule. When it's come to visiting day, they go and visit the kid. They don't have to go together, but yeah, they are so much involved. Those are the kind of dads we want. Also, if you do not have, or if you don't have materials or money to raise kids, then stop sleeping with women anyhow. You can avoid all these things. Avoid all this drama by simply abstaining. Use protections. Don't sire a child that you will not be able to raise. I know we have left this thing on women. Oh, sizae watoto wenye hulei. Men, I am talking to you today. Do not sleep with a woman without protection. And you know so well, chances za kupata mtoto are so high. And then utaanza hapa kutuambia, oh, I was trapped. Excuse me. Excuse me. Nobody trapped you. You had an opportunity to say you don't want a child. You had an opportunity to use protection. You had an opportunity to abstain. So do not come tell us, oh, I was trapped. And you women wenye mnasikizanga hizo ati mwanaume anakuja kukwambia, oh, I was trapped by my ex-girlfriend. He will do the same to you and will go to another ex-girlfriend or another new girlfriend, a new cat, a side chick, and tell them the same thing. I was trapped. I never wanted kids with her. Also, women, please, do not force yourself into a man who don't want to stay. Do not give bad thinking a man will stay. If a man does not want to stay, you will not gonna force them to stay. Hata umzalie watoto 10. They will go. If you really want to have a baby and you don't care whether baby's dad will stick or not, be sure or just know be prepared and be ready to support that kid. But usianze kulialia, well, as a man was so clear like hataki watoto. Na ukaenda, you went ahead and got this kid. So guys, please, 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 if you know your woman or your baby mama has won a green card, amepata job ya kwenda majuu, do it for your kids, not for yourself. Please, do it for your kids. They will come back to you and they will ask you, Dad, why? Why did you deny us an opportunity? Remember, if you're going to sleep hungry, they will ask you one question when you go looking for them. They will ask you, when we were sleeping hungry, where were you? They will ask you, when we stayed home because of school fees, where were you? And it is funny, and I want someone to explain to me, how do you sire a kid? Now, in this, our Kikuyu men, poleni, but we have to talk about this. How do you sire a kid with your neighbor, girl, some whatever, and then you meet this kid and you don't even say hi to them? You don't even recognize them. Yani, you can see this is my son coming, but because you have never introduced yourself to this child, to this girl or this boy, unampita tu. Like, iko wapi utu? You don't feel something, you don't feel bad that I have just ignored my son or my daughter? Don't tell me it does. It happens. I have seen it in my village happening. I have also seen a girl saying she's a big woman right now. I mean, she's a woman. She said her dad was a Sunday school teacher when she was a young girl, and the dad never said anything to her. He never said that this is my daughter. And this guy was how can you be a Sunday school teacher if you're not born again or if you're not saved? But unasomesa mtoto wako Sunday school, you're not even saying hi to your daughter? Actually, she came to know much later after a neighbor told her, you know, so-and-so is your dad. And by then, the mom had died, so she had nobody to tell her the truth. But a neighbor told her, so-and-so is your dad. Imagine that. Let's stop this. Take care of your kids. Support your kids, guys. Imagine I am begging you. I am begging you to raise and support your kids. And one thing before I leave, we have this men too, like, you had a wife, the wife died. That's fine. You decided to get married, to marry another woman. So you had kids from your previous marriage, right? Your wife died. Now you have decided to marry someone else. This someone you have decided to marry is a stepmom to this kid, right? And this stepmom is mistreating your own kids, and you cannot stand up and tell them to stop. What is wrong with our men? What is wrong with our Kenyan men? I'm just asking. I need answers. How or why would your wife mistreat kids that are yours, but simply because their mom died, and you cannot even say, hey, remember you came in? You found these kids here. You either go or run to love my kids. So many kids who are in the street, Nairobi street, Nakuru street, whatever, street. When you interview them, they will tell you, I am here because I was treated by my stepmom. My dad knew about it and never said anything. Help me to understand, how does that happen and why? Why can't you stand up for your own kids and say, hey, listen, I am getting married to you, yes, but remember, I have other kids from previous marriage. I have other kids from this blah, 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 and I want my kids to be treated light free. Kenyan men, kwa nini? Why did you let this to happen? And then your kids will disappear and become street kid and you're not even going to look for them? How does that happen? Are they not important to you anymore since their mom died? Are they not important to you anymore because you have another wife? Humphrey, please tell me, na depending na nini? Men, talk to me. I wanna hear from you today. Yeah, makes sense. Me, all I'm saying is, if actually your baby mama has not stopped you from seeing your kid, please go look for your kids. I can't support a kid who is with another father. George, like Lily, okay, if you separated with your mom, with the baby mama, so you want the baby mama to remain single forever for you to support that kid, and you moved on. You have another wife, but you want your baby mama to stay single? Like, seriously, that's being selfish. And again, if there is another father, that is a stepdad. It is not the biological dad to your kids. You taking care of your kids. Go pay that school fees. You don't have to send that school fees to that father or that baby mama. Go to the school, pay school fees, buy books, take them to school. Stop being selfish. So you want another father to raise your kids, and you separated. You two are not together anymore. I mean, now I have said, Wekesa, I have said next week we're going to talk about these women who stop their baby daddy from seeing their kids. I am categorically talking about this today because we have seen men denying their kids. I mean, denying the baby mama the permission to leave the country with the kids, and they don't even see them. But simply because the name is on the birth certificate, yeah, you don't want to consent the kid to leave the country, and you don't even see them. You thinking you punishing the baby mama without knowing you are punishing your own kids. Now that one that one should not happen. If you are supporting your kids, then you should be able to see your kids. You can dialogue with that. I mean, you can dialogue that. Mwongea useme, if I am supporting my kids, I have the right to see my kids. And I have said again, if you're not abusive in any kind of way, then you should be able to see your kids. And I have said again, you don't have to deal with a nagging woman. If you want to pay school fees for your kids or you want to support your kids, there is a way out, guys. Obama, I'm talking about you going to the school, pay that school fees, keep that receipt. But at least you know for sure my kids will go to school because I have paid for it. Do not and I have said you don't wrestle with a pig, because you become a pig as well. If your baby mama is a nagging one, you don't become nagging. Go pay that school fees. Buy those books. You know for sure my baby mama is a nagging one, but I'm supporting my kids. Simple. When we're talking about marriages, people separate because of so many things. So I'm not talking about that today. I am talking about raising kids, cause kuna vitu pia watu hawawezi vumilia. Who is running away from basic needs? Yeah, men, that's true. They run away from basic need. They don't want to support their kids. And you cannot, if you say you cannot support your kid because kuna mwanamume mwingine, my friend, huyo si baba ya watoto wako, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, I would say the same thing. If you are a man out there, you are raised by your dad, raise your kids as well. Milton Tembo, I salute you for supporting your kids, and just make it clear, tell your wife, move on, but I will raise my kid. I support you so far for those 2 years. You said you separated with your wife and you still support your kids. Can you please talk to your fellow brothers out there? And by the way, and the day she will move on, please don't stop supporting her. Continue supporting her. You are not raising a woman. What is your name, Roy Tutum? You're not raising any woman. Remember, you mingled, or you know, entangled yourself with that woman when she was already an adult. So she was raised. All I'm talking here today is raise your kids. You see, man, you see, Emily, I do not support anyone cursing anyone. I believe in forgiveness. But men, mnaona masida zenye mnajiletea. This woman, Emily, is already cursing her baby daddy. These are the things that muna encounter each and every single day. Because you're making women go to sleep crying, watoto wamelala njaa, mtoto hana ameandikiwa dawa hospitali na mama hana. I mean, Henry is raising kids from 3 mommy. I salute you, Henry. Take care of your kids. It's not gonna hurt you in any way. Itafili ugumu saa hizi. But my dear, when you see those kids successful, you'll be so proud. You will say, yes, I was a man enough to raise these kids. Now, you see, Emily is saying her baby dad kazi ni kuweka mbegu akienda. And this is the reason the poverty level in Kenya is so high. Tunazaa watoto hatutaki kulea. Exactly. Tell them. I don't know why men, and I am talking to our Kenyan men, leo mtanichukia ni sawa tu, but I will have to talk. We have to say the truth. I don't know why you always feel like you are helping your baby mama by supporting your own kids. I don't know. Your woman is a grown adult. She will go atafua nguo, she will go kibarua, atakuja na maisha itaendelea. Raise your kids. Yeah, I feel you, Teresa. I feel you. But also, women, if you're raising kids, and especially boys, by yourself, please teach them in future. Just talk to them. Tell them, okay, your dad alikukataa, but in case you sire a child out of wedlock, please take care of your kids. We need to start somewhere for us to start fixing things. We need to start somewhere. If you are a mom, you are raising sons, please start talking to them. Start telling them, do not say a kid ukitupatupa. You know, the same way you felt when your baby daddy disappeared, please do not let your son do the same thing to another woman. Let's start fixing things, women. But I'm so passionate about, fighting for kids. And that's why I'm saying, in case kuna any drama, the only thing you need is dialogue. I am far away, but I will be present. Me, I want everybody to be present. These kids needs you. There is no need for drama. There is no need for a man feeling if I send this $10,000 or this 10K, I am supporting baby mama, not in any single way. And I have said this and I will say this again. No sane woman who will go get her hair done when kids do not have food. No sane woman will do that. No sane woman will go out crabbing na pesa yenye amepewa ya kulipia watoto school fees. Now, so I think I will stop there for now. I hope tutawajibika. If you are a baby daddy, you are watching this and you know your baby mama is looking for you to consent something, please, if you know you actually, by the way, kuna watu ninaona watoto wao wanakuwa wakubwa, they want to go apply for IDs, but their baby daddies cannot even give them IDs. I mean, their own fathers cannot even give them ID, waende wakachukua ID wasakuwa watu wazima. How is that? Why, man? I get you, Wesley. Corruption in Kenya is so rampant. I mean, Kenya should be like any other country. Every child has a dad, whether they like it or not. Hawakujileta kwa hii dunia. Petro, kwani mkisaachana, your kid stop being your kid. You don't have to send any money, I have said again. Go to the school and pay the school fees. How is he going to take the money from school? Now that is the problem. And I believe if you are a man talking like this, like don't send any money to your baby mama, I hope one day, I just hope one day, you will not go looking for those kids. Because the same thing you are putting them into right now, the same kind of an embarrassment they will bring back to you. You will go looking for them when they have graduated, when they're doing so well in life, but they will say they do not know you. James Tengo, this is the things that we're saying we can dialogue. And I don't mind. I mean, we can talk to the baby mama. She need, even if she got married, she don't need your help. She need to let you see your kids. Exactly. John support his kid. Support your kids, man, and stop being selfish. If you are out there, because nimeona comment za watu wawili hapa say no, you don't support mkisaachana. My friend, do not support them now. You are too selfish to support your kids right now. They will do the same to you. You may not even need their help, but guilt will haunt you to the grave. I'm still wondering how many men, when they inaugurated their kid, are lying in the grave, in peace. They don't. They keep rolling. You cannot negate your blood and fresh, and you expect that ukikufa you'll be in peace. I don't see that happening. Whereas your kid one day went to sleep in an empty stomach na ulikuwa na pesa. Yes, that's true. Jane Kamau, I salute them. I salute them too. I have a few, and I have mad respect for these men who support their kids despite the whatever happened between them and baby mamas, they're still present. I do salute them. I have mad respect for them. I feel you, Angel. I am really sorry. I'm sorry that you have to go through that. And I pray that God will come through for you and your kids. I know. I don't know why our brothers are like that. I am not blaming men alone, Nelson. I said we're going to talk about women. Today we were talking about men who fail to support their kids. And it is true. You are very right. Kid will know. They will know when they grow up, they will know who was wrong. So I am not saying that it's all about men being wrong. No, it's only because today I wanted to talk about men, and especially those who are denying their baby mama consent to leave the country with their kids, or those baby daddies who do not support their babies and yet they are able to. We're gonna talk about women. If we combine this topic, it's gonna go for 3 hours. So let's today talk about men, and then next Monday or whichever day Mutembe will give me, let's talk about these women who also frustrate their baby daddies. Yeah, that is true. Kasagi have said the same thing. Any man should be allowed to see their kids unless they are abusive in any kind of way, but every parent has a right to see their kids. Yep, it is true. If you part ways, no, your kids will never be swallowed back to the stomach. They remain your kids. Nimechoka.
Umeandoka topic kazuri sana leo about men. Mi nashangaa how come that watu wako na watoto wawili watatu na wanashindwa kulea, whereas mtu kama Mtembea ako na bibi kama 9 and he is bringing them all together.
Abu, tell them. Can you
Ni
talk to
ku-
them?
ni kutojiamini na kutokuwa committed.
No, hata
Siwezi kuwa
selfless.
siwezi
They're
kuwa
selfish.
niko na bibi 8 plus and then I'm taking care of them na mtu anashinda na mtoto mmoja.
They've been selfish. Have you seen some comment there? Two men saying they cannot support their kids after they have separated with their baby mamas.
Mm.
And I'm asking what if the same thing happened to them? What if their daddies denied them, the basic? How would they feel? Or even if you went through the same thing, do you really want your son or your daughter to go through the same thing simply because you are raised by a single mom? And also, like Mutembe, you will agree with me. Right now, you don't even need to send mama any money. Go to the school, pay that school fees, drop that uniform, drop that books, and then go home. You don't have to meet that baby mama if she's dramatic. Just do the right thing. If I am in the hospital, I'm calling you like, hey, niko na mtoto hospitali, just tell me, which hospital are you? I will present myself, nilipe pesa, I go home, nikuache. But we have seen women crying on social media saying niko hospitali yake nimepigia baby dad wangu anitumie 500 amekataa. But they are the same men, because I have seen women in America, their dads are looking for them right now after amepatana huko kwa mitandao. See, obviously anajua huyu ni mtoto wangu. Now they want them because they know my daughter is in America. She's a doctor. She's doing well. Now they want them. And these daughters are like, hell no. I was raised my grandfather. I don't want any daddy right now. These things are happening. And then unaona wakianza kutreaten watoto, oh, huna baraka, I'm your dad. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, you see the threat. I had not even read that. These are the threat wanaume mnaletea watoto. My friend, it's not gonna work. Now I'm not blaming side chick. No, it's not side chick. Mwanaume wakati unaacha bibi yako unaenda nje, wewe ndio umeenda kujitafutia. So I blame okay, this is me and I don't take side. If a woman leave the husband anaenda kutafuta Ben 10, I will not blame on Ben 10. I will blame on this woman when you make, vows to this husband for better, for worse, or whatever. I mean, to commercialize sana institution of marriage, whereby if something happened, we are blaming the other person instead of blaming myself. If my husband goes out right now and gets a side chick, I will blame my husband. He's the one who made vows to me. he's the one who is responsible to me, not the side chick. Yeah, ameenda kutafuta side chick, so I'm not blaming side chick here, and I'm not blaming Ben 10 here, because we are two adults who decided to come in together. We took vows and we say tutakuwa pamoja. So when I go and look for Ben 10, I think my husband should bring me and not the Ben 10, because mimi ndio nilijicommit. The same case, if my husband decide to go out, I will deal with my own husband, because he
Mm.
has the right to refuse and to say no.
Hiyo ni ukweli, ndio maana unaonanga wamama eti unapata mzee wako anahanya, unaenda kuchapa yule msichana mwenye anahanya naye, you are
Mhm.
just wrong. Ndio na mzee wako.
Exactly, na atatana na huyo, si nimechapa huyo ataenda atatafuta mwingine, so deal na huyu, deal with the problem.
Yeah.
Wacha na hao, yeah, side chick na Ben 10, no, the husband and the wife, they committed themselves so let's blame them.
Okay, tupe your final remarks tukimalizia. Naona we are past 1 hour.
Sorry, say that again.
Utupe your final remarks tukimalizia, tukifunga, because we are past 1 hour.
Yeah. Mimi nitasema my last words is men.
Nawaambia uko na YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Hiyo inapita hapo chini.
yeah, I will tell them. I will say this, like Motembei has said, he has 9 kids and he's supporting them all. So when I was saying, like, I have men friend that I am so proud of them, Mutembe is one of them. And yeah, nitamvulia kofia, because these are the kind of men we want. And if you ask him, he is not supporting his kid for anything, simply because he want to see them successful in future. He do not want them to come one day and start saying, "Oh, daddy, you were never there for me. You never supported me," or like, these are the kind of men we want. And I think Mutembe, you can tell them it does not cost them anything to raise you. And in fact, to make you proud. Like, I am a proud father. I am raising and I'm supporting my kid, not any other man, but myself, because this is my own blood and friends. So, men, if you're out there thinking, or for me, I see it as a kind of being selfish, because if you separated with someone, why do you want them to stay single forever so you can support them? And you're not supporting this mama. I have said again, if my husband met me, I was over 20 years. So I was an adult who can work I can work for myself. But if we separate, he need to take care of his kid the same way, because there is no way he's taking care of this kid by himself. I am supporting them in one way or another, and he has no right to say, since I have moved on, he is not going to support me. I mean, the same way a man's move on, get married to another woman and decide to have other kids, the same way a woman has a right to move on. And even in case the two of them decide to move on, the kids will remain to be kids, and they will also, they have a right for basic and anything else they need. So our men, tafadhali, I see you have started throwing stone. I'm not talking about women, but I will come to that. I need to talk to our women as well. But the reason I am talking about men today is we have seen women even going through a lot of struggle, even in Saudi Arabia. They are doing this so they can raise their kids. And Mutembe, I think you have seen this. Women are going to Saudi Arabia, leaving kids with strangers, and baby daddies are alive. Why are they doing so? Because they want the best for their kids. Wengi wao, in fact, they're not even going to look school fees ya campus, school fees ya high school peke yake. Ile tu mtu anasema, at least I want my kids to have a Form 4 certificate. They're going to Saudi Arabia, they're going through hell, but they're doing this so they can raise their kids. And if you're in Kenya, your baby mama in Saudi Arabia, you know so well your kids are in Kenya, and you're not even looking for them. Evaluate yourself. Shame on you. So I will say, men, tafadhali, let's raise our kids. It is their right. It is their right, and they deserve it. And I will stop there for today. Let's talk again. If time allows, I don't know when, we can talk about baby mamas who are dramatic and they would give access to their baby dad. It's not right. Each and every child has a right to see their both mom and their dad. Doesn't matter whether you separated or not, your mess should not be entangled to your kid. Sawa sawa. So I will say you can go and support me on my YouTube channel. It is called Tabs Hope Hub channel. And we're talking more for now about green card application. And in case you have any question about green card, you can ask me. I am so much willing. And kwa hiyo ingine tumesema tuko willing to dialogue. Mutembe, I hope you can join me in case there is any baby mama who is dramatic. We want to step in. We want to tell them to take a chill pill, let the dad take care of your kid, and the dad too. If support your kids, man. I don't know. Nasikia tu kushout.
Utaniambia the day you want to add on that topic, and then we will be here for this.
Okay, sawa sawa.
Otherwise, asanteni sana, good people, and good night, everyone.
And you tell them to subscribe, please.
Yes, the channel is Taps Hope Hub channel. Mi sijui kupronounce, najua nimetoka Tharaka. Sasa
Umetoka Tharaka.
yes.
It is okay. Thank you for having me again. It was
Yes.
nice.
But the channel name ndiyo iko hapo kwake, ukiangalia hapo across Taps Hope Hub channel.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, good night, good people. Thank you so much.